Good evening, friends. Allow me to humbly introduce myself. I am Grim Reaper 409, and tonight I would like to rant on a subject that simply pesters me to no end. Those immature, bratty children all over YouTube looking to stake their claim to fame using little more than a webcam and the limited knowledge of video editing. Here on YouTube, the community guidelines state that you have to be at least 13 years old in order to join the site, but unfortunately, many children tend to ignore this rule and get access to its services by lying about their age. Thus, we are presented with a wondrously awful channels such as Dragon Shadow 3, Rickyfemia, who's since been justly terminated for breaking the YouTube terms of service, and many others. The problems with these children, aside from the obvious mistake of breaking the rules, are easily broken down to a few simple facts. 1. The majority of these children, with the exceptions of some, are unprepared for our online community of criticism. If a user should leave a negative comment of any sort, the child will immediately strike back with a plethora of curse words that he really shouldn't know yet, insults which have no basis in the actual argument, and points that generally fall flat on their faces due to the lack of any substantial logic. It's this problem that plagues approximately 86% or more of YouTube's underage community. If you cannot deal with criticism, then you cannot deal with the internet, because criticism is not something you can run away from. It is given to authors, musicians, artists, movie makers, and so forth. And besides, criticism is designed to point out the flaws in one's work, thereby helping to improve it. But of course, things only get worse after a child reacts so violently to criticism, which brings me to the next problem I have with a child being on YouTube. 2. They have no idea how to deal with trolls. You've seen it for yourself. Usually, when a kid is trolled online, he or she has no idea how to react. Christian YouTuber, age 12, and Jesse Slaughter, age 11, are two big examples of this. When they were attacked by trolls, their reactions were possibly the worst that anyone could give to the situation. They whined, they cried, and they gave the trolls exactly what they wanted. And to make matters worse, they wound up becoming internet memes, thus becoming targets for an even larger amount of trolls than before. Now granted, this is a rather extreme example for me to present, but it is valid nonetheless. The point I'm trying to make is that children aren't prepared to face trolls, as they tend to take such matters as petty insults way too seriously for their own good. 3. In relation to point 1, because of their inherent immaturity, children are not yet ready to deal with differing opinions from their own. I cannot even begin to tell you the amount of 12-year-old Naruto fanboys and 10-year-old Twilight fangirls that infest this site like an incurable plague. When these children come across an individual or group of individuals that speak ill of a character or franchise that they love with all their heart, then they will proceed to throw a fit and attack the individual or individuals that dare to speak their own opinion. This immaturity will inevitably wind up turned against them, as they are equally unprepared to face the backlash involved with starting a flame war on the internet. Threats, insults, and the like are abundant in these online bouts, and children do not immediately know to ignore them and not to take them so seriously as they usually would. Thus, a simple case of flaming can evolve into internet drama, which never ends well for either side of the debate. In conclusion, YouTube is a website packed to the brim with critics, trolls, and individuals with their own opinions, whether positive or negative. But children are not ready to confront such a community. Let them grow up a bit and make sure they can handle these things, because they're a big part of YouTube as well as the internet in general. And so my rant comes to an end. My name is Grim Reaper 409. And if you will kindly excuse me, I have an overrated tween pop star to execute.